This is an other demo of a simple ERP that has all the financial modules you need to run a company. Right now, this has uh, you can say that it's a financial layer of the ERP, and on that you can add any other thing, or you can simply use this to maintain a business. Like I go to sign in, and this dashboard is a demo display. So again, this dashboard uh, will be showing items that you require to show as soon as you log in. So here you can see all the menus which are very similar to the menus you saw in the last video for the distribution application. It's again accounts as chart of accounts, JV entry, and manage bank accounts. And in this, you also have the inventory option. You can add inventory and you can maintain the inventory. And this add inventory will actually be like you will purchase items, and as soon as you will purchase items, the items will come into your inventory. And we also have a middle layer between this, like to some of our customers we have given an option that they create a purchase, then they receive that purchase, and when they receive the purchase, then the inventory come into their warehouse. And then we also have an option of warehouse transfer, like you have a rental warehouse in which you temporarily store your inventory, and at some time you want to move your inventory from that warehouse to your main warehouse from where you are selling the items. And in all the, like if I go to the create purchase, and I select a vendor. Let's say it's all demo. I'll give the invoice number that I got from the vendor. Invoice date, I'll give today's date. The currency option is locked right now for this ERP, but it can be open, and you can also maintain currency. And in this, when you're using a currency of a different country, the currency loss and gain due to the exchange rate of the currency will also be recorded in your ledger as a profit or as a loss. So I have some demo items in this. Like I said, I'm purchasing drill machines of 500 quantity, and the rate I'm getting is 900, and I add this item. So now I can also add expenses, like I'm giving a transport expense to the same vendor, and these are let's say 5,000. So this 5,000 will actually be added to the cost of this product. So the buy rate per unit is 900, that will be changed, and the system will automatically calculate it. You can add duties here, custom duty on purchase, or any other expenses that will be applied to the product. So I can give remarks, and I can mention the warehouse from where to which this inventory are going to be received. So for general clients in my country, they most of the clients, like I can say 90% of the client don't want the middle layer of receive purchase in the purchase. So we have locked this option in this demo which you are seeing, that as soon as you will add the purchase, the inventory will be received in your warehouse. It will come into your records. So, but I can provide you the middle layer of receive purchase. So I'll go in and create the purchase. This purchase has been created, and if I click on the show invoice, I'm not sure it's showing because it's a demo system. And I'll show you the invoice from the reporting demo. So you can see that I purchased 500 drill machines on a rate of 900, and I gave 5,000 rupees for transport and delivery. So the cost of the product is 910 rupees. Now, so this cost is automatically calculated and stored into the system, and this will be your cost price for this. And similarly, if you go into the sales, you will go to the new sale, and this is again, you select the customer, and from product I select drill machines. So now the my selling rate is 1200. I'm selling two at the sale, and there are other heads like this. These are a demo system. You can also miscellaneous charges, like say I'm saying getting 500 rupees for service charges, and sales tax on this invoice. Let's say I'm putting it at 15%. So as soon as I leave this field, all everything will be calculated, and I can give the remarks to this invoice. If it's credit, I'll put it in credit. If it's the cash is received, at the same time, I will select the bank account and instrument of I received it. Like instrument is credit, debit card, check. So some of my customers are using this software for a point of sale. So that's why we gave this. And I'll give go for the credit, and I'll go for generate invoice. Then will confirm me, and I'll say okay. So this invoice is now being generated, and you can see the invoice here that the charges, the miscellaneous charges, and the tax and everything is displayed on the invoice. Again, the format of this invoice is not, it's just demo format. We can change it to whatever format you are using in your company. And now if I go to the receiving end, I have received sales invoice option, in which I go and I can actually receive like I'll select this customer. The system will show me all the invoices. This is the last invoice I created. And if I go for receive amount, I can receive amount on this invoice actually, directly on this invoice. And I can also add deductions here for withholding tax and everything. And the second thing is that if I don't want to receive the amount from on invoice by invoice basis, so I have another option in receiving, which is customer receiving. In this, I'll just simply select the customer, and I'll select the receiving date, amount received. Let's say amount is 20,000, and I'll go to the remarks account. I'm selecting cash in hand. It's cash. It's my number. So this do not adjust check. What will happen is that when I'll add this receiving, system will automatically adjust all the invoices as per this amount, because you can see the ledger balance of this customer is being displayed here. So this 20,000 will be adjusted in the ledger, and the invoices which I've created for this customer will also be adjusted in a FIFO. So I'm not selecting do not adjust here, and I'm just adding this receiving, and system will confirm, and I'll add the receiving here. And as soon as I'll finish the receiving, the system will show me the voucher of this receiving, which is actually not being displayed here in this demo. Um, Now if I go to the ledger report head, and I see the ledger report of this customer, let's say I take it from 1st January till today. So you can see that all these invoices are created. These all are test invoices that I'm creating in this demo, and this 20,000 was received, and this is the ledger of the customer. Now you can see the ledger of the customer. So you see the last invoices of this customer were of a small amount, 6,084 rupees, 8,599. And now when I'll go to the receiving invoice by invoice method, you will see that I'll select this customer. Previously, when I selected this customer, it was showing more invoices, but now it's not showing all invoices. Now you can see that the 20,000 I paid was adjusted in the other invoices, and also in this invoices, the remaining amount. So this is how the receiving can be maintained in the system. Secondly, every head you will add in the system, when you see that I am not adding any JV entry or anything. Like if I'm adding a deduction, like I'm receiving this amount. Let's say this is 22,858 amount. This again, this is the balance which is being shown here. The actual invoice was of this amount, but the 20,000 I paid last time adjusted the two previous invoices and some amount from this invoice. Let's say the customer gave me 10,000 more rupees, and let's say the customer gave me the balance of this invoice, which is 22,858, but he deducted 800 rupees 858 rupees in the withholding tax. So what actually I received was 22,000, and this invoice is now completely going away, 858.50. Now when I will validate this receiving, the system will show me that there is an issue. 858.50 amount is missing, because you're receiving the amount from the customer is 22,000, but the due amount is this. So what I can do here is I can select the head withholding deducted, WHT withholding tax deducted by the customer, and here I will give 858.50. And now when I will validate this receiving, so sorry, I did not press the add deduction button. Now this deduction is added, and now when I will go, the validation is good, system is everything is all good. The receiving date is 1st April, And account, let's say this is a check, so I'm receiving in my bank account, and it's a check. Instrument number is check number. Remarks, you can type a complete story here, and I will finish the transaction. When I will finish the transaction, I selected a deduction head for WHT. So if I go to the ledger report, and I will, in this, if I go to WHT deducted by customers, let's say today's day, so you'll see that I selected the head, and it is automatically posted into this head. And if I go to the customer again for the ledger report, let's go back a little. Here I can see the customer ledger balance is now zero because he paid everything. So this is the sales and purchase, and the payments menu is same here. You can have the direct payment SE method here, page here, in which you can select any head, and you can add payment. You can pay. Let's say you are paying. Don't remember in the five. Uh, Anything you can select here. You are paying a warehouse rent of 50,000 rupees. There is no deduction. You can add remarks here. This was not in the previous application. The remarks field. Warehouse rent the month of April 2021 in advance, and you can add to list. You can add as much payments as you want. Then you can just simply select from where you are paying. Let's say you are paying from a check, and this is your company's check number. Payment date is this. Yes, and I'll finish the transaction. It will ask confirm me, and I can proceed. So this will add a payment into the system, and you will see the voucher here. Every payment, as soon as you make a payment, the system shows you a voucher, and with that, this is a single entry system. Like your expense is getting debit, and your bank account or the cash in hand is getting credit. A single entry effect here. Like I can show you it in the general of the system, and if I go here, I'll select the date first to first, and here you can see the entries for I did for this demo. So you can see that expense warehouse rent was debit, and your bank account was credited, and all these entries other are the entries I made for paying the sorry receiving the invoice, the customer invoice, creating the customer invoice. So this is a general report, which is very good to see your ledger. And we have another option in the system, which is being used by very highly educated customers. Maybe I'm using the wrong word. Highly educated. Every customer is educated. I'm very sorry for this. Very highly, you can say. Some of my customers want a check for every thing that is being done into the system. They want approval systems. They want workflow. So again, I'm sorry, I used the word highly educated. Every customer is highly educated. So there is an option for payment request. So a user from your company can enter a payment request. Please don't mind the format of this screen. This is still under still under customization, and this payment request, you can select a head, and you can let me explain it you verbally, because this screen is actually not working right here. This basically your any person from your staff will enter a payment request for warehouse rent. You will select an expense head and a liability head, and that expense head will get debit and liability head will get credit, and that will be the first entry. And when a person from the company will approve this payment, this will come to the payment module, payment admin module, from where the accountant or the person who is paying the items, he will pay that item. And when he will pay, then that liability which was credit will be debited, and your account or cash in hand will be credit. So that will become a double entry system. So both options are in our system, and we can discuss the accounting in very detail. One thing I would like to show you in the end of this video is a purchase module of a company. that is importing some items. And in this purchase, what actually I want to show you is that in the previous purchase modules which I showed you, it was like you were entering all the products, and then you will entering the expenses on the complete invoice that was going on the complete invoice. Here you have an option that you also have an option that you can select a product, and you say that you are buying one piece of this on a rate of 500, and the lot number is anything from the vendor, and then you can add expenses on this individual product. Like you want like there is a custom duty. And for suppose you are entering you're purchasing three different products on which the duty in your country is different on all those three products. So I can give item duty, rate is percentage, let's say it is 100%. Able to there are no vendors in the system right now actually. Able to will be any vendor of the customs or collector of customs or anything. So this way, this duty will be for this product, then you will enter another product and you will enter individual expenses on those products. And after that, you can add expense like a complete transport expense on the whole invoice. So your product costing will be done in two ways. Like there will be a buy rate of 500 rupees, which will be increased due to these expenses individually for this product. And then again, it will increase due to these expenses, which are on the whole invoice. So I hope I have explained too many items in both in all three demo videos, and I'm sure you will get a good idea of what we are doing and what we can provide you. And I look forward to have a meeting with you as soon as you are available, and we can talk on this. I would like to mention again that we are fond of doing customized application development for our customers. In this way, we can satisfy our customer. We never want to impose a solution on your end, so you can always go for customization. Thank you very much.